Hi, Year 3, I hope you're all okay. So it's time for Tuesday afternoon's Wonder lesson now. Hopefully you all enjoyed Miss McCabe's wellbeing activity on Monday. Been fantastic seeing all of your work from that. But today we are going to continue with our learning around ancient Greece. So let me share my screen with you. First of all, I wanted to give a big shout out on all the Year 3 staff were really impressed with your temples that you guys created last week. The creativity that's been shown has been absolutely fantastic. You are all great. So like normal, I've done a rewind to shout out some children, but I've had to do one slide for each class this week because there were so many. So well done. First of all, we've got Vivian Westwood class, which is Miss McCabe. So well done to all of these children, your fantastic temples. Okay, I think Lego must have been on Santa's Christmas wish list for some of these children. We've got lots of Lego from Jake, from Nathan. Well done, Nathan. From Holly. Isaac's been creative and used some board games to create his. Now, I have to be honest, I don't know if it's me being greedy. I did think Shania and Alexandru's. I thought yours were cake to start with. I love the creativity in both of these as well. Maybe that's just me being a bit greedy. Well done, Miss McCabe's class. Fantastic. Your teachers will have put on some dojos for you. Then if we go to Albert Einstein class, so Mrs. Bird and Mr. Jones, again, some fantastic designs, and it must have taken you lots and lots of time to come up with these fantastic creations. Well done, Phoebe, with your Lego. Christopher down here. We've got some people in this temple. Rebecca, I loved yours. Yours is the right colour as well, and you've got your steps leading up to it. Fantastic. Well done. And all the detail, you've got your frieze, you've got your columns. Love that detail. Erin and Abdul, again, fantastic. Abdul, I'm not sure what yours is made out of, but I like the colours on it. Fantastic creativity. Erin, love yours out of the wood as well. Hopefully you've not been chopping up your mum's furniture to get all this wood, but it looks really good. I like the different shapes, the way that you've laid it out with your columns and your frieze. Okay, fantastic. Well done. So well done, Albert Einstein class. And Neil Armstrong class. So my class, well done you guys. So we've got Alice, Ella, McKinley, who've been using Lego again to create theirs. Love this one, Ella. Well done. I like your pointy bits at the top of your temple. Alice has named hers Aphrodite's temple. And again, McKinley, I'm loving the detail time that you've put into this one. Pre, I like yours because it was a bit different. And I like your designs that you've put on your frieze on yours. Now, Tristan, big shout out for you because Tristan sent me a step-by-step process of him making it, and then he was painting it. And he's even added in these people inside his temple. So well done, Tristan. Really proud of you. And Taylor, again, fantastic. I wasn't sure if this one was paper mache or if it was a cake, but it looked fantastic. Must have taken you a long time. So well done to all of these children for your fantastic creation. I think it's the best piece of work that I've been sent in for our wonder lessons so far. We're going to move on slightly from our gods and temples in ancient Greece. We're going to look at a new concept today. In your books, can you write the date, Tuesday the 2nd of February 2021, title of science. Let's make sure we're spelling February right. It's one of our tricky spellings, February. Okay, and then you'll see our what, how, and why for today's history learning episode. So our what is to know that a Greek soldier was called a hoplite. We're going to do it through reading and researching. We're going to be using our curriculum enhancer on ancient Greece. Why? So that we can label the armor worn by a hoplite soldier and explain why it was needed. Okay then, hopefully you've written the date. Let's have a look at today's lesson. The ancient Greeks were involved in lots and lots of wars. Now we already know that the city-states used to battle each other over things such as land, but they also used to come together and have some big battles against different empires. And we're going to learn about one in particular next week of Marathon. So we know the Greeks had lots of wars and battles. And before we look at those, we're going to look at a Greek soldier. Now, the Greeks called their soldiers hoplites, okay? Hoplite soldier. And you can see an example of one here. And what we're going to do today is we're going to look at the different parts of their armor and what they wore in order to be prepared for all of these battles. I'm just going to read a little bit from our curriculum in hand. So it says, warfare was part of Greek life, and the city-states frequently fought each other. In Athens, boys trained as soldiers from the age of 18. In Sparta, it was much earlier. Athenian soldiers were led by 10 commanders called the Stratici. Infantry soldiers fought in close formations. Poorer soldiers served as archers or stone slingers, whilst the richer soldiers fought as hoplite soldiers. And then we've got down here, where it talks to us about a hoplite. Okay, it says Greek soldiers were called hoplites, from the word hoplon, meaning shield. Only wealthy Greek men became hoplites because they had to pay for their own weapons and armor. A little bit of detail there. So if you were poorer in Greek society, you would have a bow and arrow, or you'd be a stone thrower. Okay, so they was considered less important. Then if you were richer, so you had lots of money and you came from a wealthy family or a wealthy city-state, you became a hoplite soldier. And it was particularly the city-states of Sparta and Athens that produced these soldiers. We know that Sparta in particular was famous for developing warriors from an age of about your age, 7 or 8. So young boys, like some of you watching this, would go to fight or train to be soldiers at the age of 7, which is really, really young. And hoplite soldiers wore different parts of armor. So first, that's under your title and today's date, I would like you to draw a hoplite soldier similar to this one in the middle of your page. And then together, we're going to go through and look at the different parts that make it. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you an extract from our book. And I would like you to pause the video now and have a read of these different sections, okay, because it explains the different parts of the armor that the hoplites wore. Pause the video now, and I want you to just have a read, and then we're going to go through it. Okay, hopefully you've had a chance to read our about the armor on a hoplite soldier. So let's start with the helmet. Greek soldiers always, or hoplite soldiers, always used to wear a helmet, and that is to protect their head. So if the opposition had bows and arrows and they were firing them or stones, your helmet would protect your head. And if we have a look, helmet, it says, helmets protected the head from blows and knocks. Some had crests made of horsehair to make the wearer appear more impressive and frightening. And as you can see, that is what this hoplite is. So what I would like you to do is I would like you to label where the helmet is on our hoplite soldier. Just underneath that label, okay, I would like you to summarize why a hoplite soldier needed a helmet. Just one short sentence. What did it do? What did it protect? Helmet coming off, and a little sentence underneath summarizing one of our reading skills, why they needed. Okay, next we are going to look at, now this is called the breastplate. If we look on our Greek soldier, it goes here and it covers his torso, his chest, and down into his abdominals, one of our science muscles. This again is to protect the heart and the lungs from opposition spears, opposition bows and arrows. It's going to be less fatal, so less deadly if you get in the arm than it would be if you got hit or stabbed with a spear in the chest. Okay, that is why we wear a breastplate. Let's read what it says here. It's usually made out of bronze, and it was designed to protect the upper organs. Okay, the more expensive ones would have ridges that help them deflect the bows. Armor was made of 2 plates joined together and strapped by leather straps. Okay, you can sort of see that one around the side here. So they have one on the front, one on the back, and they're joined together with straps around the side. Okay? They were actually more vulnerable on the sides of their body where they weren't as protected. So back on your hoplite soldier, I need to label the breastplate and write a summary underneath of what one is. Right, our next piece of armor that a hoplite soldier wore. Now, if we've got any footballers, these are called greaves. Okay, they look like really big shin pads that the hoplites used to wear. They wore bronze leg guards called greaves to protect the lower parts of their legs. Okay, so on yours, can you label your greaves and write me a quick summary underneath? Now, these last two, spear and helmet, label those. So a spear was the weapon that the hoplite soldiers used to use. So multiple things with that. You can defend yourself with it, and you could also attack and stab the opposition soldiers. They didn't have things such as guns or tanks way before that time. So they used to fight with bows and arrows. If you were poorer and if you were a rich hoplite soldier, you would have a spear. Now, they would often buy these, okay? So the wealthier you were, the better spear you could have. And then finally, to protect yourself, so this is going to help us attack, spear. To defend ourselves, we need a shield. If one of the opposition came close, we can hold up a shield to protect ourselves from their spears or their bows and arrows. And you'll notice that there's a bit of a design on this one. Each hoplite soldier had their city-state's design on their shield. Okay, you can write that here. So today's task, then, I would like you to draw your hoplite soldier. I would like you to correctly label, nice and neatly, please, with a ruler, if you've got one, these 5 aspects of a hoplite soldier's armor. And underneath each one, in your own words, I would like you to write a quick sentence summary of what it is and what it does. What does a greaves do? What does the helmet do? Spear, shield, and breastplate do to protect or help hoplites. Greek soldiers are hoplite soldiers. My turn. Hoplite soldier. Your turn. Fantastic. Well done. So that is today's task. If you would like to accept my extra challenge for more dojos, and this is optional, you can have a go, because we know we're a creative bunch after last week, at creating either shield, some greaves, a helmet, a spear, or a breastplate. Okay, so if you've got any spare cardboard or things like that at home and you want to try and create some greaves for your shins, or you want to create a shield and design your own city-state logo, you can do that. Okay, everybody needs to draw a hoplite soldier, label the 5 features, summarize underneath. Optional, if you wish and you've got time, you can create one of these features that a hoplite soldier would wear. Make sure you send in all your brilliant work on Dojo, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Goodbye.